What's going on, everybody? It's The Hype. It's Dan and Cody this week. Doug off in Hawaii just was on one side of the country and could not get any further to the other side of the country, all in one fell swoop. So impressive. Hope he's having a good time. As for us, we're here.
We almost didn't make it.
Almost did. Well, yeah, we will talk about it because Dan, as you can see, if you're watching this podcast, which you can watch on Mojobreak Media on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And of course, if you're watching, make sure to subscribe. Search Mojobreak wherever you get podcasts and subscribe. And go to mojobreak.com for all the latest breaks. But I was saying, you can see Dan is wearing the Masters gear, which we are going to talk about. We're going to talk about your Masters experience, the merch, which really has a life on its own.
Yes.
It's pretty nuts.
It's insane.
So we'll get into that. But before we do, of course, this week, Topps Chrome Football is arriving Wednesday. In fact, if you're coming into Mojobreak Shop Wednesday, we are going to have a big Topps Chrome Football release event. So if you rip in shop from 11 a.m. and we got extended hours till 8 p.m. on Wednesday, April 15th. We've got bounties. If you pull a red in store, you're going to get a $200 gift card. If you pull a Superfractor in store, you get a $300 gift card. Plus, we're going to have discounts on Topps Chrome Football. We're going to have free packs. We'll have raffles from 5 to 8. So be there. It's going to be happening all day, the bounties, but from 5 to 8 p.m. here in Santa Clara, we are going to be having that Chrome Football raffles and party. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you can't make it out, don't worry. We got a special promo code for you for Topps Chrome Football this week. Use promo code ENDZONE15. You'll get $15 off a break of 25 Topps Chrome Football when you spend $200 or more. This only applies for 2025 Topps Chrome Football breaks. Limit to 50 total uses. And this deal ends on Monday, April 20th. A lot of Topps Chrome Football this week. We're going to be seeing a lot of
rolling. It's finally here.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the countdown and everything.
We got a countdown calendar. I like the countdown calendar, and I like that it just says Topps Chrome, so it can be
you
like
can use it. You can use it every year for every release. So that's going to be great. But I got the Masters on the dome.
Yeah, we got to talk Masters.
I got to jump in. First off, got to thank Ryan and Nat and the PSA crew for bringing Doug and myself down there to an absolute, probably the greatest, I would say that. And I've been to a World Series game, and I've been to a final, like an NBA Finals game. I've been to a couple Super Bowls. This was the greatest sporting event I've ever been to.
Wow.
And it wasn't necessarily about the golf as it was like about the atmosphere. One of my favorite things was to be able to truly unplug for about 12 hours. No phones, going around watching players like tee off. You would expect that like everybody would have their phone out. You ever go to a concert where like everybody is watching the concert through their phone? That was the complete opposite. Everybody was in the moment and just conversing and talking and just truly in the moment. And it's something that like, I don't know if you can go anywhere else and really experience that.
No.
So yeah, first things first, no technology. Technology's out. We were fortunate enough to be in the Berkman's Place, which is it's basically a clubhouse, but a clubhouse that has like all-inclusive like restaurants and merch shop. So it had like what I'm wearing right now is from that merch shop.
Yeah.
A little different logo. But the restaurants were absolutely amazing. But what I really was going for is I'm like, I hear so much about these pimento and cheese and egg salad sandwich, and I'm a big egg salad fan. So first day, I was like, got to go with the pimento and cheese. Tried that, and it's delicious. But it is truly, it is no frills. I can't remember the last time I had just plain white bread.
Plain white bread
with
just cheese and olives and
in a bag.
Yeah.
And it delicious. Chocolate chip cookies are amazing. I had an oatmeal raisin cookie. They have a beer that is exclusive to the Masters. It's
Really?
called Crow's Nest. It
not
is
know
like a
this.
wheat ale. Had a couple of those. Had an azalea, which is like their mixed drink that
Right.
they have there. I look at it and I'm just like, I was there for 2 days. Would have loved to have been there longer. 10 out of 10 experience.
You left thinking, "Huh, Rory's got this in the bag. No problem."
Yeah, I mean,
And he did win.
He did. I do gotta say that because I came back home and I was able to watch the tournament on TV again. And I've said this about the Super Bowl. They do such a good job with the television broadcast
Yes.
that there is an element of watching it on TV that is better than being there in person.
Sunday at the Masters is, say what you will about watching golf and all that in the leisurely pace, but Sunday at the Masters, when it's tight, it's as good as sports television gets.
I really watching it. I mean, it is action packed. I mean, it is the equivalent of watching like the Red Zone channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just everything you're seeing. They're editing it to where it's all killer, no filler, especially on Sunday. But that was the only thing. Like the atmosphere is amazing, but sitting there at a tee and watching a player tee off, tough to locate the ball at 350 yards.
Right.
Like there's times where I was looking at it and I'm like, I have no idea where that went. No. Watching it on TV, I mean, they have a line that basically like
tracker.
a GPS tracker that like follows it, that tells you exactly where it goes. That is hard to beat from a watching experience, but nothing will take away from the atmosphere of just because we walked the whole course. I really don't think there was anything that we didn't experience.
Right.
The merch, I know the thing that everybody probably wants to hear about is the merch. And I went in green. This is my second golf tournament I've ever been to in my life. I don't think you can really compare anything to the Masters, but the merch is, they only have it for the time that the Masters is open. So you have a 7-day opportunity. I think they basically go through $70 million worth of merch. And they basically put the Masters logo on anything and everything.
And all of it sells for you put it on there and it basically doubles the price at least of the resale market.
I went in and I have no intention to, I mean, they're mementos for me. I have no intention to ever reselling them, but I bought a couple of the quarter zips and I think I paid, I want to say, I mean, they're nice quality. I think it was $160 or $180 or something like that.
Okay.
Probably $350, $400, $500 on eBay.
I got it right here. Almost that exact quarter zip you're wearing, which I'd imagine is probably the same price as the one we're about to show. And I'm also going to show.
Does it have the Berkman's logo on
it? Doesn't
it
have the Berkman. It's got the classic Masters logo.
This is harder to get.
So that's actually going to be probably
this
more
is hard.
expensive one.
This is harder to get.
So this is the one with just the classic Masters logo. Plus you got the gnomes, and I had to put up.
I got a mini gnome.
The mini gnomes. The minis I think are going for about $100 to $150.
Yeah, and I think those were $39.
Gosh.
I bought the Berkman's baseball. So
Okay.
they had a baseball with this logo on it. It's a brown ball, has this logo on it. I bought it for $100. I think it sells for $400 to $500.
Yeah.
Now Mojobreak did buy the full mini gnome display.
Oh, awesome.
So they only
Very
made
cool.
1,500 of them. They only had them. I think they only had them available in the Berkman's Place merch shop. But we did get one. We're gonna put it in the shop somewhere and display
That's
it.
really cool.
But it's every gnome since 2016.
Oh, wow. That's, man.
Mini gnome, not the full size.
And
but
the gnomes, it's not something I knew about till about maybe last year where I realized these gnomes are now the item. the hottest item, the collector's item to get from the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, I saw people carrying them around. They were absolutely. I mean, I never saw one actually at a merch shop in the wild. I only saw people carrying them around. So like,
they sold fast.
they're hot. They're hot.
And I'd imagine there's probably two ways of thinking Masters wise of like, I'll get whatever merch I can, or you're just I got to go merch first. And then I'll watch and then I'll catch up.
So
later on.
I'll say that like we walked by the main merch booth that was on the course a handful of times. Generally a 30-minute wait. We got lucky. There was one time we waited 40 minutes and then we went back the next day and it was only 20 minutes. And then the Berkman's merch, that I basically walked right in.
Yeah.
No line for that. There was a line at times, but I went in twice and just walked right in.
Well, here's a look.
I spent more money. I mean, I bought the wife something and I bought the kid some things. I bought a little, and these sold out. I don't know what these are going for, but it was a little Masters teddy bear that I bought for the little one. And Doug tried to go back the next day to get one and they were gone.
Sheesh. That's wild.
So.
Yeah. I mean, here's just a taste. If you're wondering how crazy these get, this is just a few items I found on eBay today from this year's tournament. The gnomes are obviously hot. The full-size gnomes in box, about $500. That umbrella one is the big one this year. That seems like to be the hot item. Beer, this is where you're like, this is crazy. 2-pack of beer koozies. Something you could get at 7-Eleven that's probably about the same quality and all that, but it's got the Masters logo. You get the same thing at 7-Eleven for like $2, $4, $40, $20 a beer koozie. And yeah, it's similar to what you're wearing, just with the Masters logo, the quarter zip now at $350. So this,
I gotta say, I was sitting there. I was like, you know what? I'm like, I don't know how much it is to get a ticket to the Masters. I'm assuming secondary market probably $10,000.
So there now? This is the thing I've been trying to figure out, because isn't there a rule against
there is a
secondary
rule,
market?
but if you go downtown Augusta, so it has to be, I think, 600 yards away from the premises of the golf course.
Okay.
Then you can basically set up a secondary market kiosk, and they have them like downtown, like in Augusta, where you can walk up and you can try to buy a secondary pass.
Right.
So I kind of heard that they're like 10 grand.
Wow.
But if you go there and you have the money to spend, you could make that up. And they have a UPS store on site.
Jeez.
So you can just load up,
Yeah.
go there, ship everything out.
So they know exactly what
But
people are doing.
Yeah,
here.
it was crazy. I mean, I spent the most I've ever spent in. I'm not a big merch guy, so I mean, when I went to the Super Bowl both times, I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, because even that, like, I feel like there's a collection, there's a market out there of people who collect Super Bowl stuff, but you don't ever see the secondary market, I feel like, for like Super Bowl shirts or Super Bowl hats at this level.
It's because you have a specific window where you can buy it, and you got to physically be there.
Right.
And when it's done, it's done. Like you got to wait until next year, get a ticket, and get there. I think if they did that with the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl, you can go online, you can buy any merch for the Super Bowl.
You can still get it right now.
Leading up to it, I can go buy it discounted now because the Super Bowl's over. It definitely, unbelievable. And I think I'm going to say I went twice, 900, maybe 1,000 is what I spent. That is by far and I don't have buyer's remorse by any means. I love the stuff I bought, but I think I got off light. I think there was people who were going in there with a budget of, 10 grand. My thing was I didn't want to go to the UPS store. And I was also like, I want to make sure I can get everything in my luggage.
Yeah.
And my luggage didn't have a ton of room. So I was like, I got to be real selective with what I buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But overall, insane. Egg salad sandwich, far superior. Best egg salad sandwich I've ever had. And I know it's tough to mess up an egg salad sandwich, but there was something about like, and they come in these like green sealed plastic bags.
Yeah.
And I believe they're all made by robots.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they're all like super consistent and
right.
Yeah, I mean they're $1.50.
Oh my God!
So yeah, I mean,
what's $1.50 nowadays?
$1.50.
You can't get a McChicken for $1.50 anymore.
$1.50 egg salad sandwich, $1.50 pimento. I believe like $1. The chocolate chip cookies were $1. Ice creams, a peach cobbler ice cream sandwich, which I did not have.
Goodness,
Doug had one.
Yeah.
My issue is that I had an opportunity to get one, but it was 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was like,
is that how you're starting the day?
A little rich to jump into it was like peach ice cream with like 2 sugar cookies.
Yeah.
It looked good, but I was like, I'm gonna hold off on that.
See, I think I might have done the like, you know what, I'm here. I would have done it, and I think because I also know this is why I know Doug and I are guys who go to Disneyland, where we're like, well, I'm here. I'm gonna have the sweet tooth thing. I'm gonna have ice cream in the morning because the line's not bad, and if it's hot in the later of the day, it's gonna be tough.
The way so everything they have there is just dialed in. Like the concession stands, you walk in, and there's a lot of people that are like, gravitating towards the concession stands, but you go in and it's all kind of like serve yourself. Like you just basically, I mean, there's no shortage of egg salad sandwiches. They just have them. They're just churning them out.
Yeah.
So
assembly line.
You just pick one. You go in a line, you pick one, you get to the drinks. They have Gatorade that's already, and you just pick it up. And then you get to the beer, and they have like the green cups were the Crow's Nest wheat beer, and then they had Stella, and then they had Miller Lite. You just basically pick it up. Like there was no waiting.
Yeah.
You just go there, you pick up, you go, you pay.
How much is a beer?
A beer was $5.
Oh, what a world!
I mean,
it's truly like you went in a time machine.
I gotta tell you, like I was sitting there, and I had a beer, an egg salad sandwich, and an oatmeal raisin cookie. And I was like, I think I'm living my best life.
This is heaven.
Right now. I'm like, I think this is, it doesn't get much better than this.
Oh my gosh. You know what? The only other event, because everything you're saying, obviously everything is a throwback, and not just the prices, but like the fact that you get to unplug for all that time, and you really get to enjoy and soak it all in. Unlike any other sporting event, the only other one that I can think of that might
Kentucky Derby.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So I basically was like, okay, so again, I've knocked out a Super Bowl, NBA Finals, World Series, now the Masters. There's 2 of them that Daytona 500 I got to knock out, and Kentucky Derby.
And I think too what's unique about
and obviously a NHL Stanley Cup Finals, which might be a while. Being in San Jose.
Tough. Yeah, I got to go to one game for that.
See, I had tickets. I ended up not going.
Yeah,
Doug claims that he did go to one, but I don't
remember it.
Yeah.
The thing that's unique that's about that, and you could throw Daytona in this as well, is that Super Bowl, World Series, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup, they all go to different places. But there's something different about like places where it's a destination, like Augusta, like Kentucky Derby, or you could go beyond like Wimbledon or something like that, where these historic, unique places where you do truly feel like you're transported.
100%. And I also got to say, I mean, the grounds itself, like beautiful. I mean, it just looked amazing. I loved just walking the course, walking around. It's immaculate. It doesn't really seem like there's anything out of place. It also like kind of has like that Disneyland vibe where you just feel like all the staff there is just like, if there's one rapper, it's just all hands on deck. Like everybody's just diving for it. Like there's nothing out of place.
Yeah.
It was, and we were fortunate enough to where the weather was amazing.
It looked
I know
perfect there.
there can be some rain delays and stuff like that time of the year. But I think it was like 78 degrees.
Yeah, we were very jealous watching back here as it was a downpour for about
Yeah, it was
24 hours.
Yeah,
around these parts.
ironically, in
weather
Northern
was
California,
terrible.
it was just pouring rain.
Yeah, thunderstorms, pouring rain.
There
yeah.
it was just clear. I mean, a lot of people, everybody like dressed the same. A lot of obviously polo shirts and like Lululemon pants.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I saw it throughout the weekend.
On Cloud had a strong presence there. It seemed like every shoe that people had on were those On Cloud like walking shoes.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, look, a good shoe for that kind of event where
You're going to be walking.
You're walking a lot.
I actually gotta say, I think Thursday we were there all day from 7:30 to 6:30 maybe. So
Yeah.
only got like I think 20,000 steps,
Okay.
which I actually thought that we would have got a lot more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know, so there's also the people who just decide, you know what, I'm just, especially I'd imagine on Sunday, where everybody just goes straight to 18.
They go
and
straight
just
to
goes
18,
the
or they
rafters.
find a hole. I mean, they do have some grandstands, but generally people just they buy the chairs, the Masters chairs, the fold up chairs.
Okay.
They
So
put
you can actually buy, I did not realize this. You can
Yeah.
buy a chair there.
Buy a chair there.
Which I'm sure is probably like 2 cents considering all the prices you're telling
you
me.
buy a chair there, and you basically put your business card in it, and you set it up,
That's pretty cool.
and you can walk around, and people will come and sit down in your chair, and that's totally fine. And then when
okay.
you're back, they're just like, okay, like thanks for your chair. I'm gonna go walk
Oh,
around. Like
nice.
you can kind of share them.
That's nice. And then you get the communal, and hey, how's that chair there? You get to.
But my thing is that like I didn't want to like find one place and just sit there. I was like,
You wanna get the full experience.
I'm not here. I'm here for 2 days. I want to basically see as much stuff as I possibly can, and
Yeah.
a little walking wasn't going to kill me. So
Well, I got to ask you if you saw the hat that went viral over the weekend.
the egg salad hat.
The eggs. Here it is. For
I saw it in person. There was
Incredible.
also a pimento one.
I mean, I would love. I'll tell you this. I grew up
The
with
egg
pimento.
salad one
Yeah.
stands out because it's yellow. The
Right.
pimento one, I believe, was pink.
Okay. I think I would go with the pimento. I grew up with pimento cheese sandwiches at home. That was like a favorite of my mom's and my grandma's. So anytime I hear, and I'm looking at the pimento one right now. It's like an orangish,
Salmon.
that'd be the one I'd want is the pimento. So that's I love to hear that it lived up to the hype. It seemed like an incredible weekend, and obviously a great weekend to go because Rory McIlroy makes history. Just on the course, on the actual course itself, makes history, goes back to back, pulls it out. I think he was 3 strokes down on the final round, which was kind of remarkable.
Yeah,
having
and he
lead.
was what 12 under after the second day.
He was 6 strokes
he
ahead.
had a
which
6
was
strokes ahead,
the biggest lead after 2 days.
And I mean, there were talks of him breaking the all-time record.
Yeah.
which I think was
It felt like
under
Tiger.
22.
Right.
Is it Dustin Johnson?
Right. It kind of had the feeling of when Tiger just rolled over everybody, and in one of his, I think it was either the first or one of his first.
I will say this, and then we can move on to Topps Chrome. But going to that event, I mean, I already enjoyed the game of golf, but haven't really jumped into it. I'm full in.
Yeah.
Like I am like, I need to make playing golf a part of my routine. It is, yeah.
Gotta make it happen.
I mean, nothing's really going to hold up to the Masters, but there are still Pebble Beach is
Pebble's beautiful.
Pebble Beach is. I mean, it's an hour and a half away from us.
Right. What's the one in? They had the PGA Championship in San Francisco a few years ago. They've really done a lot of great work.
Yeah.
On that course, I can't remember. It was literally right by San Francisco State. I should know it. Whichever one it was. I know people are probably already screaming. It's Olympic Club. I believe that's the one. Olympic Club, right by San Francisco State. So, oh no, Harding Park. Pardon me. Shows what I know. But yeah, that sounds amazing. I wholeheartedly agree. I need to get out there too and start. I used to be on the driving range a lot as a kid, and I need. To get back out there.
I am fortunate. I live right in between two golf courses. To the point where I could, outside of my house, I could see both of them. So I need to go out there. I need to play.
If you're in the Bay, the Gilroy Morgan Hill area is there is no shortage.
Yeah, and there's also
of golf courses.
And there's Santa Teresa that is
Santa
right
Teresa.
off of 85.
That's the one in my backyard too. So and hey, we'll bring it back to cards. Rory McIlroy, if you're wondering, hey, what about Rory McIlroy cards? They are hot right now. Not quite. Nobody's ever reached the Tiger level of those prices. Especially, I remember the rookie Tiger in like 2020, 2021 was so huge.
2014, exquisite.
Yeah, pretty nice. So
yeah, that man.
Yeah, you got some Rory PMGs.
It's also crazy to think that I think that was Rory's 17th Masters.
Yes.
I always think of Rory as one of the younger guys on and he by far not one of the younger guys.
No, I mean I think
Scotty Scheffler is
he's in his 30s.
He's 30 or maybe early 30s,
something like that. Yeah, he's in his 30s. But Scotty,
they had some amateurs out there that were playing in the Masters that were like 18 years old.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler 29 and Rory I believe now into his 40 or no, gosh, why did I think he was 40? He's 36. Okay, well, there you go.
Rory's 36?
36. There you go.
Young dude.
I know. He's been around so long where you're like, oh, he's the old guy now. It's like, well, 36 and you just won back to back and you've already done the career Grand Slam. We're now on a path here with Rory where you're
and he was talking about his routine. Like he can probably play another 10 years.
Yeah. And you also, the fact that he gets the first one last year, gets a second one. Now he's basically playing with house money the rest of his career. So whatever happens now, there's no pressure for him to really even do, obviously he's going to still play at a high level, but
we did see a handful of eagles like that. That was a thing. Pretty
cool.
Just dudes hitting eagles.
Yep.
Eagles, that's like no thing.
Shout out to Fred Couples. Day one was, to me, my favorite story.
Oh, yeah, he's playing.
He was in it.
He's playing.
66 years old, Fred Couples.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. The Masters.
He's playing.
Tradition unlike any other. Very cool. That's awesome that you guys got to do that. Definitely, yeah, I guess let's do Derby
bar
Day.
Is set pretty high for any golf event going forward, but unbelievable. And I do feel that because there was no phone, I was even more in the moment.
Yeah,
like
you had to be.
I felt like I really, really was, focused on all my surroundings and everything that was going on.
This is the only thing that maybe.
And the other thing that's crazy is that everybody takes these photos and takes these videos, and they never actually go through and watch them again. It's primarily designed to post it on the social media.
For sure.
But nobody actually goes back and is like, you know what? That was a great concert. I'm going to go back on my phone and rewatch it.
What happened to a photo album?
What happened to a photo album?
Well, good old photo. Hey, let's get this thing out and relive that one trip to, I don't know, wherever the hell.
I do believe that you could bring, I think it's the par 3 tournament. You can bring your phone.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And on the Wednesday before,
the Wednesday before, you can bring your phone. I do believe you might be able to bring like a disposable camera.
Really? That's interesting. That's, well, again, a nice little throwback. So somebody's got the old,
you got,
I
don't know where you would go to get said film developed.
I don't know where you can get it. I think Walgreens might still offer it.
They would look at you like you're crazy.
That's
but
true.
They might be able to. They're like, let me go ahead and dust off this old. I was wondering what this piece of equipment did over here.
Yeah. Somebody comes in with like a film canister. You're like, excuse me? Did you just coming out of here from a time machine? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I was going to say one thing before before we move on, comparing it to Derby Day, because it does, again, same thing, destination. There is a level of like everybody dresses up, and there's the mint juleps and all this.
Yeah.
But the only difference with that is like the Masters is very much about being in the moment. It's about that time, whereas Kentucky Derby has full on, like, it is look at me. It is the perfect sporting event for the social media age.
100%.
Of like,
Yeah,
I don't really
actually-
care what's happening, but
actually,
look at
yeah,
what hat I wore.
I would say quite the opposite of the Masters.
Yes.
It's like everybody is going to document every single moment that they can possibly have at the Kentucky Derby, where at the Masters, like, you just got to live in the moment.
Yeah.
You got to be there.
And yet, will still not stop a lot of celebs and athletes from acting like there's no cameras around.
Yeah, probably not going to get a beer or an egg salad sandwich for $1.50 at the Kentucky Derby.
No.
Mint julep is probably $30
Minimum. Speaking of that, I think I saw some video of...
I mean, I also feel like the anticipation leading up to the main race in the Kentucky Derby, and then it happens, and it's like
That's
2 minutes,
Yeah.
and it's done.
Yeah. At least with the Masters. Like, Masters...
Marathon.
4 days.
Marathon. There's
4 days, 12 hours a day.
yeah.
It can't beat it. That's awesome.
I mean, literally from sun up to sundown.
Pretty cool.
Like, there's people on the course at first sunlight, and then they're off the course when the sun goes down.
Well, definitely
You're looking at like 12 hours.
either Pebble Beach, Tahoe, maybe.
Tahoe.
Got to get up to it. Yeah, that's next on the checklist.
My next thing is, because I have clubs, but I need to get fitted for correct clubs, and then some lessons.
Yep.
And then really diving into it. Wife probably isn't going to be a fan, but I got the bug.
I will tell you, in high school, I had some friends who would practice driving, and I'm like, "What are we doing?" He's like, "Well, we're going to need to know this for the business world. And we're going to go out on the links with a lot of big bosses.
Yeah.
We're going to need to know this stuff." And so, well, maybe
good point.
they're onto something.
It's a good
I
point.
think they're onto something. Real quick, we'll go around to hobby before we talk Top Scrum Football. Top Scrum Football is arriving this week, but we do have a couple of other notable releases. Tops has Disney Neon. Looks interesting. I don't really know what to make of it.
What are you guys thinking?
I believe so. There's hobbies. I've been seeing the megas mostly advertised, but they got hobbies, megas, all that. Fantastic Four, Top's Finest actually looks pretty cool. There's cut autos of Stan Lee in there, plus autos of the new cast of the new movie. So another like they had the Topps Chrome Deadpool. Now we got the Topps Chrome or Topps Finest Fantastic Four. Going with these character-specific sets, and of course, Topps Chrome Football, which we will talk about here momentarily. I actually want to get Bub and I were talking about the Bowman design on the podcast last week. Did you get a chance to see it? I put it up there on the slide. There's the design. That one in the middle, the pack fractor, has been a very divisive one, which apparently.
I
think it's
love
cool too.
that design.
I think it's very cool, and you can see it's numbered to 89. So I think they have different versions that are numbered to the year.
There's nothing to hate about that.
No, I think it's cool.
That is fun.
Yeah, this is also
and I generally dislike anything new, and that is I love that.
It's pretty neat. I like the patchwork there as well. I think that looks cool. Very unique design, and I will say this is the most. I think I said it on last week's show. This is the most Prism-like design I've seen for Bowman. I'm trying to think what year Prism, but there is a Prism year that the design is almost exactly like
that
this.
base design is clean.
It's very clean. Good border.
I love the fact they got borders. They got all four of them.
They didn't.
We went years and years and years with having three borders. Just couldn't quite finish it.
Right.
I love it. I think that design is very, very cool. So.
I think it's a very good design. I think the last couple of years, Bowman designs have looked really nice. Roman Anthony, Ethan Holiday are on the cover, and of course we'll get more into some Bowman talk.
Ethan Holiday, Rockies.
He is a Rocky, so that'll be. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of him and Matt Holiday together. He'll be out the gate. That'll be huge. It'll really help that he is a Rocky. Rockies last couple of years have had a lot of big chases. So
Yeah.
interesting. So let's get into Topps Chrome football before we wrap things up. It is here this week. Finally, the Topps era of football has begun, and the rookie premier cards, which we did not know what they looked like until last week at the industry conference. Tedero McMillan came out and signed it. Thought it was a cool moment.
Which will probably be one of the biggest chases.
Easily one of the biggest. So I thought, why don't we draft 3? Each of us will pick 3. We'll go back and forth of the rookie premier cards. First of all, design wise, I saw somebody mock up, and it was pretty convincing to the point where I can't say who it was. I don't remember. But it made it look like it was just the MLB debut patch cards a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of people grabbed onto it and went, oh, here's the design. And I always was scratching my head. I'm like, they wouldn't just do that. And I knew it wasn't right. And then when we see the design, I think a very nice design for the rookie premieres. But we still have not caught any word that they are reusing any of the past rookie premier patches, which I think they will eventually.
Yep.
So, all right. Dan, I'll let you go first.
I mean, how do you not go Jackson Dart number 1?
I think you kind of have to, right?
I mean, you gotta go with probably the top prospect quarterback in the draft. So I think you gotta go. I gotta go Jackson Dart 1.
Yeah. Here's the thinking too is like, are there any of these cards?
And it's not like Jackson Dart has a ton of autographs in the market because he was Topps exclusive. So this card very well could be his most valuable card that he ever has.
That's what is going to be the interesting conversation, is that you would imagine Topps is still going to probably make a shield, some sort of 1-of-1 shield auto.
Sure.
For these rookies. So what is their most valuable card? Is it this? Because I think that's what's happened for MLB debuts. I think it is going to happen for NBA debuts, which would be quite a change.
Yeah, because you can tie it to their first game as well. Like, you get a shield, and even if it is game used and not like player worn, you're not going to be able to tie it specifically to a game. This, you can tie it specifically to their first debut game.
Right.
Yeah, so I go Jackson Dart first overall. What do you go? I mean, it's tough because I think we're gonna have some crossover with having the same guys here.
Right. I'll go. So if you pick Dart, I'll go. I mean, yeah, I'll go someone different. I'm gonna then pick. I'm going Travis Hunter, and I don't know if that is like the typical. I don't think a lot of people would go with that, but I just think there's still
a non-auto.
Well, is he not signing at all? I thought I saw he was going to be signing.
As far as I thought that he was him and Shador were Panini exclusive.
Right. I know he is on the checklist, but I don't know if he is.
And now he probably does have a patch debut.
Right.
But I don't know if he's going to have an autograph.
Let me double check this then before I make that final answer, because I should see. Let me.
But that very well even non-auto, that could be his that could be his best card ever.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely lean more towards it if it is the auto. Let me double check if Travis Hunter does indeed get to sign in here. Well, that's Travis Etienne.
Yeah, because
yes, he is. He is a signer.
Okay, so maybe Panini's exclusive was for the 2025,
which is interesting,
calendar year.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Shador.
So Shador will also have one. Yes,
have an auto.
He will have an. Yeah. Let me just double check on that, because yes, I believe that is the case. Yep. Rookie Premier Patch auto for Travis Hunter and for Shador Sanders. So I'm going Travis Hunter.
Okay, good. Yeah. And I'm glad we went through and dialed that in.
Yes.
That, look, I mean, I live and breathe this stuff.
It's confusing.
I was under the assumption that Panini still had the exclusive autograph rights to Hunter and Shador. So.
And I thought it meant for all, since this is a 2025 product, that I thought, okay, well, in 2026 products, you can get their autos, but clearly
I was in the same boat. I was like, this is weird. 2025. I'm like, now, if it was a 1-year deal, does it starting 2026, like at the beginning of the season, like
Right.
who knows? But now we know that definitely adds value. I think my second one would be McMillan from the Panthers.
Yeah.
Mostly because he did sign it at the industry conference, and that even attaches more of a chase to it because it was documented where he signed that, and there was 700 some odd dealers that were there to witness it.
Yeah. Yeah. There is like an event. I mean, I don't know if it's the first one that was ever signed, although I think they announced it that way.
Yeah.
This is the first one ever signed. There is something special about that. And obviously the player himself, he's the number one receiver. He's the number one offensive rookie.
Yep.
He's the guy. I will go. I'm having a tough time again. See, I had this all dialed up. I made up this whole segment and I still can't think of who I would go with. I'll go Tyler Shuck. From the Saints, the guy whose name I can never quite say right.
Tyler Shuck.
See, anyway, whatever. Tyler Shuck is who I'm going with. Was the best QB. I was kind of leaning towards Cam Ward because I still think the ceiling is a lot higher.
First overall pick.
Yeah. But I guess I know maybe out the gate, Tyler Shuck will be at the same level as, if not higher.
I mean, he looked good, and it also, if they don't go another quarterback high in the draft, then they're at least going to roll him out there for a year or two.
Yeah.
He's going to have an opportunity.
I think he's their guy. He is going to get the first crack here for a couple of years. I think next year for sure, they're going to say, that's your job.
Yeah.
And they also played a lot better than I think anybody would have anticipated in 2025. So yeah, he's going to get first crack next year. I don't know if the ceiling is crazy high, so that's definitely one where I'd be like, oh yeah, that's one I think I would, if I were to pull that one, I'd be flipping it pretty quick.
No, I like that pick. My third one, I gotta go Homer pick. I feel like I would be doing my Rams a disservice if I did not go with one Rams player. So I'm gonna go with Terrence Ferguson.
Nice.
Who did have a pretty good couple games. Not built like a typical tight end, more of like a really big slot receiver. I think he's going to have a tremendous year next year.
Going tight end with a few QBs on the board. Well,
yeah,
I get it.
Tight
It's Rams. It's a Rams bias.
I'm a homer. I looked at the checklist. It was going to be either Terrence Ferguson or Josiah Stewart. And
he's the guy.
I gotta go offense.
If we're going tight ends,
plus you have one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to lace him up, throwing the ball to him. So.
And part of the MVP buyback program, which was just announced for Chrome football. Look, if we're also going for tight ends at a rookie premieres, shout out to one of my fantasy saviors last year, Harry Fannin Jr.
Yeah,
who's got a rookie premiere auto.
Very good year.
I gotta also say before I give my last pick, the amount of real estate they are giving these guys on the card, as I'll show you again, not a lot. That could spell trouble. Maybe it's a little bigger in person. Maybe I don't know. Maybe these mock-ups are
that is about the same amount of real estate they give a sticker.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's just I need to see it in person.
The Jackson Dart autograph is real small.
It's tiny.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I actually think the autograph is in a good spot. I think the design's really good.
I do too. I do like the design. I even like, it's a small detail. I think I mentioned this. I like the one of one little thing there where it kind of looks like it's a little,
It feels a little exquisite-esque.
It definitely does. It definitely has an exquisite vibe to it.
I like it.
Yeah, they look good.
The debut with the date there.
That is a nice touch.
Little added touch.
Very few will have anything other than their. Well, no, I was gonna say, they'll have nothing other than like week one. There will be very, very few that have anything beyond that, right? Maybe guys who come from the practice squads.
It's What if they are like a healthy scratch? Like you see some players that like they're obviously on the roster, but they're scratched.
Right.
Wonder if those. I mean, do you have to physically be out there on the sideline with your jersey on?
I think so. Yes. So it could be like, oh yeah, they were healthy scratch. They were a scratch week 1, but then they were on the roster week 2, and then they're on there.
Because the Rams did draft a running back that was in the 3rd or 4th round, and he was a healthy scratch for the first 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. So maybe his is. Yeah.
But I also did not see him on the checklist.
Yeah. Didn't he? Yeah. There's going to be a. It's a pretty big checklist, but it's also.
Is it like 90?
I think it's 70 some odd people. Let me see. Or no, 98. You're right. Okay. 98 total. And yeah, it is a big list of everybody you could expect to be on there. Then you know what? If I'll go with my last pick, I'll go with the obvious one. I'll go Cam Ward. There's other guys on the board I think that are interesting.
Not gonna go Homer, huh?
No, I'm not gonna go Homer.
Who do the Niners?
Michael Williams would have been the guy.
And like Nick running back guy.
You've got Alfred Collins also.
Alfred Collins.
Yeah, he's on there as a Niner. Nick Martin is who you're thinking of.
Was Nick Martin was he a running back?
Oh gosh.
Linebacker?
This is where I need you know what? My deep into the practice squad and lower knowledge is not great. Yeah, linebacker. You're right. Linebacker for Nick Martin. But no, I'm gonna go. He played 7 games, by the way. He's not a practice squad, but anyway.
Well, I mean,
7 games.
The Niners were light at linebacker last year. They hit me up early in the season. We're seeing if I can take an Uber down to Levi's Stadium and lace them up.
Everybody got a crack at linebacker last year for the 49ers. But yeah, I'm going to go Cam. I thought he showed some signs of life at the end of last year. New stadium opening this year for the Titans.
Yeah, does that make you a better football team?
No.
Okay. I'm just
new
wondering.
New uniforms. There's a
There's
new lease on life for the Titans. They got,
if anything, a new stadium I think hurts you. You're trying to figure out what your home field advantage is.
Right.
Now, granted, their new stadium is right next to the old stadium. So it's not like anything as far as like prep going into the game is going to be any different. It's not like they have to travel 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, new stadium. We'll see. I don't think it's a dome.
It is not a dome, which again, I think we talked about it if the Super Bowl rotation recently on the show and what a mistake. Just put a dome, put a roof over the Nashville one, and you are in the Super Bowl rotation easily. The fact that they didn't do that, what are you thinking? Come on.
Yeah. No,
lay up.
I get it. Did Buffalo?
They did not. Which good for them. That's the one where I say no. Good. Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, you want home field advantage, and
right?
It's just free. I mean, you wouldn't put a dome on Lambeau Field.
That's true. Exactly. There are certain ones where you go, nah, not Buffalo, not Green Bay, Nashville. There's not that tradition there. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a ton of bad weather.
They don't.
So, but still,
yeah.
I don't think the NFL wants the weather to ever play a factor into the Super Bowl.
No.
I think they learned.
They had that one time in New York.
In New York, they're just I think they were just never again.
Never again.
Never
Absolutely.
again.
Never, ever again.
And I think Vegas got another one.
Yeah.
So
give me Cam, but it's going to be Jackson's going to be the guy out the gate. Scattaboo as well. There's Egbuka. There's a lot of interesting names on here, but I want to know. Let's hear if you guys are watching this, which is going to be the biggest rookie premier chase. Let us know in the comments if you're watching us who you think it's going to be. And man, 25 Chrome football finally here. Can't wait to just see it in person.
Get into it. It's going to be great.
Exactly. So once again, join us, guys. If you're in the Bay Area, join us on Wednesday, April 15th. We also have a trade night coming up too on the 17th. Lots of stuff going on here at Mojobreak Shop. It's going to be a lot of fun. So get over here to Santa Clara and make sure to go to mojobreak.com for all the latest breaks, all the products we talked about today. We're ripping them all week long. Mojobreak.com, Fanatics Live, whatnot, all that. All right, I want to go get a pimento cheese sandwich now.
Or an egg salad
An
sandwich.
egg salad sounds really good.
I mean, like I said, egg salad sandwich, oatmeal raisin cookie, and a beer.
It's also simple,
that's
too.
the greatest lunch in history.
That is a lunch of champions.
That is a
right
lunch
there.
of champions.
But here's the thing: is there are Masters champions who had that exact lunch. Rory McIlroy might have just chowed down on that before he went out and just won himself a second green jacket.
They got it dialed in. I'd love to go back.
Yeah, I would love to go. So, well, hopefully we can make it back there. But until then, for Dan, I'm Cody. We'll see you guys next time on The Hype.